hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stars Align Universe. Well, I guess currently it's Stars Align Tarot, but I am changing the channel name. So, yeah, welcome back. Today's reading is going to be about the black new moon in Virgo, which is just like recently happened. So I just want to do kind of like a collective energy check on that and kind of see where we stand. So I am very curious. Please remember, if you've come across this video and you like it, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. Let me know if this relates or not. Also, let me know what kind of birth chart related content you want to see. I am very curious. And yeah, let's get into this video. Cleanse the cards and the energy in the space, please. Cleanse the cards and the energy in the space. Cleanse the cards and the energy in the space. Spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I ask you to join me in this reading for the collective energy for the the black new moon in Virgo. And let's see what we have as a collective energy. What is it we need to know here? Okay. So what is the current energy of the collective from this new moon, please? What is the current energy of the collective? Also, if you didn't know, this new moon is supposed to be like it is time to do something new. It is time to work on the projects you want to work on. It's kind of like time to get boogieing, kind of. So what is the current collective energy, please? What's the energy? Okay. What is the current conflict with the new moon energy here? Okay. What is the positives affecting the collective, please? Okay. What are the negatives affecting the collective, please? All right. And then what is the neutral affecting the collective, please? All right. And finally, what is the advice for the collective, please? All right. So here we have the information we need to know. Okay. So first we have the energy. So the energy for the collective is the 9 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the King of Cups in reverse. So what this is telling me is with the 9 of Cups, this is definitely a time to work on like emotional stuff, like what it is that emotionally you want to work on. Then next we have the 4 of Pentacles, and this is some of you a little bit holding back, okay? Holding back either energy, finances, or just a little bit of wanting equal give and take, but holding back so that you kind of get what you deserve out of the situation, whatever it may be. And with the King of Cups in reverse, that is also telling me safeguarding your emotions. So it's like working on self, holding back, safeguarding emotions. Okay. So what is next here? Next we have, what is the conflict? So we have the King of Swords, we have the 9 of Swords, and then we have the Tower in reverse. Okay. So the conflict is a little bit of seeking truth and clarity. Okay, somebody around you may not be very truthful. The 9 of Swords is telling me that some of you are definitely in a mental turmoil about starting something or about a situation, relationship, whatever. It's a little bit of mental conflict. And with the Tower in reverse, it is a little bit of resistance to see the possibility of change is what is showing me here. Okay. And this may be change within self or change that others have been making. Okay. I see that definitely if it's a relationship, that is possible. Okay. So, what is the positives affecting the situation? So, the positives are you have the Empress in reverse, the 10 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. So, with the Empress in reverse, the positives are telling me that you yourself may not feel quite there in like Empress mode. You may be more in the 4 queens. So that would be like Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and Queen of Swords energy. So it's kind of like you're balancing all those. You're not quite in the Empress energy, and that's okay. Obviously, if you're starting something new or a concept or a relationship or whatever, maybe you don't want to fully get into that Empress energy because you don't know if that person is like your emperor, your match, whatever, if you get what I'm saying. Ten of Wands is saying that you're willing to walk away from what doesn't work for you. And the Eight of Swords is saying that you are technically being your own constraint, and you are the one holding yourself back mentally. Okay. Next, you have what are the negatives? And I mean, that's the positive. So that might be a good thing that you're holding yourself back, because that's showing that you are aware of the situation, as well as maybe you've had some mental growth or you're working on that. Okay. So with the negatives affecting the, that was the negatives, right? No, this is the negative. Sorry, that was the positives. This is the negatives. Okay. So the negatives affecting the situation is the Wheel in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the World. Okay. So this is telling me that there's something that you're not quite moving forward on, or you're a little bit of stuck energy with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's more like a quick moving energy too. It's not, maybe you feel like something's moving too fast. Okay. Um, and that could be very negative for you, because maybe you do need to take the time to pause and really reflect on what it is you feel like isn't moving forward in the direction you want. With the negatives, something you may not exactly see as the end all be all, kind of like the world is on fire. You may feel like your world is on fire kind of energy. Okay. So, what is the kind of like neutrals of this? You have the Six of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands, and finally, you have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Um, so you have a king and a queen, I believe, in here. Yes, you do. Okay. So you have the Six of Cups. That is telling me that you are remembering like good memories, and that's something you're trying to focus on more. It's like a healing, kind of like, oh, okay, well, there was like a lot of good times with something. Okay. Or you're just like remembering for yourself where you stand, and like having a little bit of self-love moment for some of you. With the Nine of Wands, I do see a lot of like independent boss babe, boss bitch, boss booty, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, kind of energy. So I do like that. That's kind of like your neutralness. And then the Queen of Cups, I see some of you really want to be able to be in your feminine era. Okay. So that's kind of like if you're in a relationship or like starting something. Um, I'm seeing with the Nine of Wands to the Queen of Cups, this is telling me like I can stand on my own, but like I want to have that feminine kind of love where I don't, I can kind of like, how do I explain this? I can kind of like not have to worry too much about everything. I'm tired of being the man and the woman in the relationship, is kind of what I'm seeing for some of you. And you want to be able to be in that like feminine era where you don't have to like not only like do everything, but it's like doing the man's job and the woman's job. If you get like, you have to like balance all the finances and like clean the house and do all this stuff. You don't want to have to do it all. Okay. You want somebody that's going to let you kind of lean into your feminine, blah, 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 divine feminine kind of situation. Okay. And then finally, the advice is the Five of Wands, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here, the Five of Wands is saying, build, be willing to build with whatever it is. The Two of Wands in reverse says, don't really look too far outwhere, but don't also put all your eggs in one basket. And the Queen of Pentacles is saying, be careful with your, like, you are the queen, you do give. The Queen of Pentacles, she can be a very giving and like overly giving type of person, and I'm seeing this as more of a warning of don't give too much but don't give too little. Kind of like match the energy is kind of what I'm getting with this, if that makes sense. So I hope that this is something that relates to some of you. It may not. If it doesn't, please leave it behind. And yeah, this is kind of like a cool energy. I do like seeing this for a collective. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye now. Bye, 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 bye.